You can say that a Thai guy is clingy,
Yep.
but you can also say that a Thai guy can just ghost you in a minute. Don't shout at the Thais. Never they shut down. You shout at them, they shut down. Everybody who listens to this now, you wanna find a date in Thailand, around Silom. You go to the Common Saladang on Friday night and Saturday night.
Okay.
It's so gay. It's like a gay canteen.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Unfiltered Gay podcast, and today we have another very special episode that we're filming all the way from Bangkok with very special guests. So first we have Ark, who is a Thai, and next to him is Steven, who is an expat based in Thailand. For how
I
many years?
guess 10.
10 years, okay. Since we've managed to get the opportunity to have co-hosts who are very familiar with Thailand, today's topic will be about the gay dating culture in Thailand.
I think the dating scene here is an accelerated dating scene. Compared to anywhere else that I've lived before or visited, there is an acceleration, there is a sped up process. And maybe that's why you might see it as clingy, because from step 1 to step 10, because it's compressed and fast, it's like you kind of go, oh,
Yeah.
why is... There's also a second thing, and actually this, I learned this myself. When I first arrived, I went on a date. And after that date, which wasn't very successful, unfortunately, it was like 15 minutes over coffee with me kind of trying to talk, the other person kind of going monosyllable, yes, no, and I'm like, oh, look at the time. The next morning, I received a text message going, I miss you. I miss you, so it's a direct translation.
I know what you mean, I know exactly what you mean.
In Thai, that exact same phrase is more about I'm thinking about you, not
I
I
have
miss
you in
you.
my mind.
Yes, it's a much lighter thing. But when you translate it into English, it goes I miss you, which scares the hell out of any foreigner. You go,
So one of the first things that I learned when I first came here, as well, I heard that like they told me that in terms of the language, I miss you, when you translate it to Thai, it just means I'm thinking of you. So when a Thai guy texts you, I miss you, he doesn't actually
don't
miss
panic.
you.
Yes.
Like it's just a language difference. But it just means he's thinking of you.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you think? You are Thai.
No, I mean like this go too extreme though. Like you can say that a Thai guy is clingy,
Yep.
but you can also say that a Thai guy can just ghost you in a minute
Wait, so as a Thai, why do Thais behave like that?
because they don't like confrontation.
So that's why they just rather ghost.
Yeah. Thai are very romantic. They keep your movie ticket in the box, having a Polaroid picture.
Wait, do you do that?
No, I don't do that. I don't do
Okay.
that.
You sure?
I do. I used to keep the movie
Oh,
ticket,
okay.
but then for myself,
You grew up.
You grew up and you became
I also have another theory, which might not be the most popular.
yeah.
Thailand is unfortunately still seen as a sex tourism capital. And you have so many tourists going through. If you go out into Silom, for example, there's a high chance that 50% of the people you meet there are transient. They might be here for a few days,
Yep.
a few weeks, a few months,
Yep.
and they leave. Now, because of that, I think, so when you meet someone, there's a sense of urgency because in a week, a month, they might be gone. So you want it, the sparks to fly immediately.
But another thing that is very specific for Thai. This is the point of view from like I used to date a Thai guy when I was so young. When you date a Thai guy, you date the whole family.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wait, even for gay relationships?
Huh?
Even for gay relationships?
Because they put the family first, you second.
Is it a Thai thing?
I don't know.
Most Thai, because a lot of the Thais I know are not very familiar.
Because okay, a lot of people, like they have a hometown,
Yep, correct.
and they don't see their family in Bangkok. But if you date someone who's from Bangkok, it's always they still live in the same compound. They still, they see their mom and dad almost every day, and they just live in like this different floor of their big buildings, something like that.
Very true.
and
All the Thais I know are like that.
and a lot of interference from the family is a lot of factors in dating a Thai relationship.
Yep. So what's the stereotype about gay Thais that you think is not true?
The gay Thai that I think is not true.
So I guess one stereotype would be they're very clingy, which I think we've tried to rationalize.
Okay, so when you say the word clingy, right?
Yeah.
You have to look at this is very like analysis level, because we have like Thai songs, Thai music, Thai songs, and Thai drama is always about finding love, So when someone find love or dating someone, they literally put 100% of their life into that thing, and maybe that's why it's come across clingy. They prioritize, like, when you have a boyfriend or when you have love is the most important thing in your life at that time. I don't know why that came from, but it has been there. That's why the heartbreak song is just so painful in Thai. If you know the Thai song, it's like, oh my god, it's so dramatic, and I think the dramatic part of it can be misunderstood.
Yep.
There's another term that like I learned, which I want to ask Ark about. So I learned from early on this very popular thing called Geek.
Geek. Oh, Geek. Geek.
Which is apparently very
Oh my god, that's
prevalent in the scene.
Geek is like an affair that you have on the side.
I mean, so the reason why I brought it up is that I also think like there are certain times when I was kind of in a situation where I might date a Thai guy or something, where my Thai friends actually go, make sure whether he's looking for a geek or he's looking for a boyfriend. Maybe he already has a boyfriend or a husband. Something I have also encountered is where the situation where, again, it's a stereotype, like the Thai person could have a few boys. You are not allowed to.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a very hard time understanding that at first.
You cannot play around. They can, but you cannot.
Yeah.
So you have to accept the fact that they are. But if you do something, that's it. Hell breaks loose.
It's so like men and women.
Very misogynistic.
Yeah. Like, because like the person who allowed to have fun with other people, they think of them as very masculine. And if you are the geek, you are like the feminine. You can't have fun with other people. Oh my god, it's so complex.
I think relationships are complex. Dating is complex.
Everywhere is different. There will be some cultural differences. Obviously, everything they were saying, we're not generalizing it. We're not saying like all Thais are clingy. But we're just talking in a very general sense,
That's another theory. Is that people cannot stand being single.
In Thai culture, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like to accept the fact that you can be free and you can be single and you can anyone you want. It's like so hard. You need to have like one boyfriend to like have in your heart too, but then you can around.
So like I think in Singapore, what happens? Okay, I think everywhere as a straight person, there's a lot of pressure to find a companion and find a partner. But let's say in a country like Singapore, where there's still a lot of stigma. So what happens is that when you're gay, like for me, when I'm gay, suddenly my parents just don't want anything. They don't want to know anything about my love life, and they would rather I'm single for the rest of my life than I find someone. But in Thailand, where that pressure to not remain single, does it still apply to gays?
They want you to have a boyfriend.
Oh, they want you to have a boyfriend,
Yes, they do.
even if they are like
Yeah.
can't accept it,
They can't accept it.
and they still want you to have a boyfriend.
Because they're too scared the other way around. They're scared of you like dying alone by yourself.
There does seem to be a lot of pressure on Thais to have some semblance of a love life.
Yeah.
Like they should be at least seeing someone or like have some perspectives,
Yeah, it has a pressure.
So do you think there's more pressure on them to find love than career, or
Yeah.
so love over
Yeah.
career?
People will look at you like, oh, you have like a great family. It's like an achievement more than you have a great career.
I think Singapore there's more emphasis on career. Like being poor is like the biggest thing in Singapore. In Singapore, it's very common, like even among straight people, like don't date until you're in uni.
Oh my god, in Thailand, like you have boyfriend when since you're 14.
And parents will be okay with that.
Well, now it's like all the boy love drama. What do you think?
I mean, so when did you have your first boyfriend?
I don't have my first boyfriend until 17
Okay.
with an older guy.
How old?
Like, oh, Steven, help me.
Like Steven's age?
I didn't come out. I come out because I liked someone, and someone told the whole school
Oh.
that I was gay. And then at the time, being gay is still strange because you don't fit into the feminine guy,
Understand.
you know. And then at the time, I really looking for a role model. So when by the time I was like 16, 17, I started seeing like fully grown, developed gay man, a Thai guy, he's like 30.
That's not
That
that
sounds
old.
like my story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but at the time, I totally at the time I don't know what am I doing, but now I totally understand because I have no role model. I don't even know what am I gonna be, how am I gonna behave. Everybody who listens to this now, you wanna find a date in Thailand, around Silom. You go to the Common Saladang on Friday night and Saturday night.
Okay.
It's so gay. It's like a gay canteen.
Yes, it's a gay canteen. That's how I describe it. Oh, and another thing I heard is that Valentine's Day is very big in Thailand.
Oh yeah, it's so huge.
Even in schools, right? Like y'all, do y'all give each other stickers and stuff?
Because we want to show that we've been loved, we've been admired.
So it's ingrained from y'all since young.
It is ingrained into all the Thai songs. That's why I said to you, like having a family or having like a couple life is like a goal, a life goal of majority of Thai, no matter what sex you are.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let's wrap this up. One last question. As two people who have, well, as a Thai and a foreigner who have been here for very long, what is your advice to someone who is looking to date a Thai guy or about to date a Thai guy?
I just want to say, like, if someone wanted to date a Thai guy and listening to this, you have to push your communication in a very
Gentle manner.
Yep.
because Thai don't like confrontation, don't shout at the Thais, never they shut down. You shout at them, they shut down.
My advice. Again, I think there are all kinds of different ties. It's not just one type or another. It does pay to understand a bit more. So where they're coming from, what is it? Their language of love, how what they communicate, what the expressions are.
Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Unfiltered Gay podcast. Again, I want to stress that everything we've said is, we're not trying to generalize, so we're not trying to say all Thais are this or all Thais are that, but we hope that this conversation has kind of shed some insights on perhaps how Thai culture has shaped the gay dating scene and as well as some cultural differences that you may not be aware of, like the whole I miss you thing. So if you have any experience with Thai guys, or if you're Thai yourself, please leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the Thai gay dating scene. If not, you can watch the full unfiltered version on Dear Street Bros Patreon page. And that will also be a great way to kind of support Dear Street Bros in producing more episodes of this podcast. Last but not least, please remember to like,
Share.
Subscribe.
and we'll see you again next week. Bye!
Bye.